Today I'm going to play Corpse Party, the new release that just came out in 2021. It's kind of like a remaster of a remake of the original game, but it's the best version, it's the best way to play the original game. Or at least I assume, that's what I've heard. We're just going to play the first chapter, and I'm going to skip over the opening story. Although this is pretty cool. Basically the gist is that these high school kids do a kind of a ghost story charm thing that they shouldn't have, because it was a real charm and it transports them all to this alternate reality school where terrible stuff happened. Where a bunch of kids got murdered and all this stuff. So these high school kids end up in that school that's full of ghosts and dead bodies. It's awesome. I've never played Corpse Party before. I've always kind of been aware of it. But it wasn't ever on Xbox before. It started off as a PC RPG Maker game. And then it got a PSP port and sequels and remakes and stuff on PlayStation systems primarily. But this new 2021 version they put on Xbox. So here we are. But I also want to say that they made an anime, like an OVA anime of this, that's awesome. It's only 4 episodes. The first 2 episodes are like exactly like the game. And then the story kind of changes a little bit in the next 2 episodes. It's awesome. It's really good. New. But yeah, if you like this game, definitely check out the anime. But I also wouldn't say to watch the anime without playing the game first. Because if you don't play the game first, the anime won't make sense. And I think it'll be kind of lame, honestly. Because the fun of it is like, ooh, are they going to do this? And it's like, ooh, it's that character. And ooh, they killed this girl in the exact same way. Okay, now they're going to do the Sachiko, the happy Sachiko charm. Where they had a little paper doll and they all ripped a piece of it off after saying the Sachiko charm 9 times, 1 for each of them. Except that was the wrong way to do this charm, and that's why they end up getting teleported to this school. Oh no, reality is being torn asunder. Well, I was really impressed with this game. I had never played it before, but it's really fun, and it's actually really genuinely scary, even though it's a modern, cleaned up, polished version of a 1996 RPG Maker game. So it has kind of 16-bit RPG style graphics and stuff. Like, look at that. It looks like this should be on the Super Nintendo. But I can't pick it up. She's a weak girl. But it's really genuinely scary. They do a really good job of, through simple graphics and simple cutscenes and everything, making you care, making you scared. Wonder if I can pick it up now. No. But it's surprisingly gory. Like, even though it's a game like this, I mean, it has kind of anime drawings that show stuff off, and like that's where a lot of the gore is. But it's surprisingly gory. It's surprisingly scary. It's surprisingly blunt. There's a lot of really blunt conversations, is the only way to describe them in this game, that probably wouldn't fly now. But back then it was probably like, it's funny that this girl has hemorrhoids and has to put medicine on. Or, it's funny that this little girl basically has to pee constantly. That's funny. But there's moments in this game that are crazy. I don't want to spoil any of it because it's just like that's the fun. But it's genuinely scary. It's genuinely gory. It's shocking. Like your mouth is just agape at some of the stuff that happens. But I also want to say that the anime looks exactly like this. They did a really good job making the anime look like this old elementary school, and the characters look the same, and the school looks the same, and like it fills in some of the gaps that just the technology didn't allow because this is an old game. The anime is good. I watched it on High Dive, and it's probably available elsewhere, but they also made a live action movie that sucks. Because the live action movie like immediately changes the story because it has to fit the story into a 90-minute movie. But it also, they didn't put any effort into making it look like this. Because the whole point is that they get teleported from their kind of modern day school back to an old elementary school. But in the live action movie, like it's just like a modern school that they get taken to. It doesn't look like an elementary school, and it specifically doesn't look like an old elementary school, which is the whole point behind the entire story. So, you can skip the live action movie. It's also on High Dive. You can skip it, but definitely watch the anime because the anime is good. Now we can do stuff. We gotta go back and get this board. There's a bucket. See, they just had a conversation about pee. Yeah, she twists her ankle, blah blah blah, who cares? We got a board! You, the viewer, are bored! But, see, I can put the board right here. Hooray! But this game, the whole thing takes place in this school that it's kind of an impossible space, which I don't really like in modern horror games, but that's kind of the point of this school, because it's an alternate dimension where things are constantly shifting. But you learn the layout, because it's not huge. You learn the layout and know where to go to where to find everything. But this game has great presentation, and it has awesome music. Blah blah blah, skipping. Oh, we can't leave. My only real complaint about this is that there are multiple endings for every chapter. Obviously there's, good endings that progress the story, and then there's bad endings where it's like, oh, you screwed up and now everybody died. The problem is that you can kind of screw yourself over because there's two save systems. There's these candles where you can, kind of park a save point wherever you want. And so if you die or whatever, this is the checkpoint. But there's also a manual save that you can save anywhere. You have to be careful though, because you can screw yourself over basically by saving in the wrong spot, and then you're locked into, a bad ending. So then you'd have to start over at whatever your checkpoint save was at the candle. Well, that might be 30 minutes, 40 minutes ago. Because at least what I kept doing is I kept doing the temporary save instead of saving at the candles. But you have to do both, or else you'll lock yourself out, basically. And you'll have to replay a huge chunk of the game. Which isn't fun. Oh no! Oh, I shouldn't have skipped that. But so, if you play this, just be careful with your saves, because you don't want to have to replay big chunks of it. Although, you know, when you replay it, you go a lot faster, obviously. But, you know, it's not fun to have to replay big chunks. But this school is full of bodies. Because, I don't think it's a spoiler, but tons and tons of people got sent here because they did the Sachiko charm. They got sent to this school, and the spirits of the kids that got murdered here are vengeful, and then the other people that died here are bad, and so there's just dozens of corpses. Hey, it's that girl. The story is the best part. The story is really good. The gameplay is fun. It's kind of a point and click adventure almost, in that you basically just have to look at everything in order to pick up stuff in order to make progress. But it's mostly intuitive. They mostly point you in the right direction that you should be going. And the puzzles aren't hard. But like I said, you can kind of, I don't know, make the wrong decisions, because there are multiple endings for each chapter. And then you have to start over from a checkpoint and make a better decision. So you can kind of lead yourself down the wrong road, let's say, and have to replay chunks. But it's not hard. They do a pretty good job of pointing you where you should go. But there's signs all over, and we gotta find another board for that. An interesting thing is that there's 5 chapters in the main game, and they're not necessarily all in like chronological order. So some things, like, you see this, like you see what actually happened later. That's important. But it's stuff like this that it's just this really twisting narrative that's weaving in and out of what you're seeing now and what you'll see later and what you'll experience later. It's incredibly well done. And the fact that it was made by basically a small indie team using RPG Maker is incredible. Like, it's so cool that they were able to do something like this. We got another board, so let's go back up here. I'm super impressed. I'm glad that they put it on Xbox. I hope they put the sequels and other games on it on Xbox, because I'll play them. This is only $20. Oh, there's another creepy kid. Ha! This is the boys' room. And here is the girl room. You gotta go check everything. But see, this is stupid. This is what I meant about blunt conversations. Do you have any of the ass medicine? My butt's been drier than a desert since we got here. See, this wouldn't fly in today. People would think it was either too dumb or too gross or too awkward. See, look at that. I'm gonna butter up my pooper with it. That's so weird. Why? Why would this be a thing? Come on. So she leaves to lube up her butthole. My ass is all greased up now, she says. Oh, she tripped. What a goofball. Yeah, I got the board down here, but didn't actually go down here. Blah blah blah. But you gotta look at all these kids' bodies, because then you find their student IDs. Oh, here's the ghost. Oh, this is the scary basement. The music changed. That's how you know it's the scary basement. Do not enter. But yeah, the story, it isn't as cut and dry as it seems at first. The infirmary key. So let's go back to the infirmary. What's up, ghost? How's it hanging? Oh, sorry, you're dead and all. That's not where this goes. This goes back to the bathrooms, doesn't it? Oh no. It goes right here. Yes, take these box of matches. But, you know, basically you just look at everything. Let's take a nap, because we're freaking stupid. Okay, now scary stuff happened. Why's the door locked? Shut up, children! Why is it covered in hair? Why is it always hair in these things? This is very scary. Did you know? But now the floor breaks because it's assholes. Try using a match. Burn the school down. But if they touch me, I'm dead. Take the bottle of rubbing alcohol. Okay, they're stuck in between these. Haha, stupid! Stupid ghost! Stupid ghost! Yes! Haha! In your face! We're up on the third floor where the bathrooms are. Oh no, look, a rope. Oh no, it's her best friend. I think that's where I'm going to end it. That's basically chapter 1. That's also the first episode of the anime. Spoilers? This game's awesome. Like Corpse Party, I was always kind of aware of it, but I never played it until now. But I'm super glad that they put it on Xbox. But yeah, I didn't expect it to be such an effective horror game. I didn't expect it to be so gory and blunt and brutal. It's awesome. Like, I totally recommend this. I actually think it's one of my top 10 favorite games this year. And I know that it's like a remaster of a remake of an old game, but crap. It would still be on my top 10 games this year. Because it's awesome. But anyway, thanks for watching. We're going to do lots of other anime fun stuff on the channel in the future. So like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.